I think the group is really excited for this weekend. It's uncharted territory for us, but uncharted territory that we're really excited for. To be able to create history for this club this weekend means a lot to every individual here, the ones that have been here since day one, and the ones that have come into this environment wanting to propel it forward into a playoff push. So we're up to the task. We're excited. We invite the pressure. And Sunday couldn't come fast enough.
I know you've only been here the last couple of years, but is this the most important game in racing history?
100%. I think anytime you have the ability, like I said, to make history, that then sets like a new standard for the most important game, right? And then we look forward to, after this game, the next most important game in history. So it's an exciting place to be, and I think the players here have been waiting for this moment.
You're playing a team in Bay that doesn't really have any pressure on them. They don't really have anything to play for other than to ruin your season. So how do you prepare for a team like that?
I think when you're in that position, I personally have been in that position on a team, and I think that it gives you a lot of freedom on the field, on the ball, individual players who maybe haven't gotten minutes that are getting more minutes as they prepare for the next season. And I think as a team that does have a lot on the line in the game, that's something you can't take lightly. Like they're here to still play. Like they still have a reason to be out there, and I think that that's in the back of our minds, and we're treating this like that they still have a chance. So I think we're excited for it, and I think that Bay's going to give us a run for our money.
Is being organized in a way to kind of combat that?
Yeah, I mean, organized, bought into the principles that we've been doing all season, not straying away from what we've done and what has given us success. I think that's the most important. We don't need to change our identity. Our identity has gotten us to this point, so just stay within that framework. And work harder than everyone else. I think that's one thing we've done all season. People don't want to play racing because we're annoying, we're in your face, we high press, and as long as we stick to those core identity, those principles, I think we'll do great.
You have a player that's coming off of a hell of a performance on the national level. Does that carry over to the team?
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, Emma's been doing great, and I think she came off the brace before that, right, in North Carolina, and then she goes and bags 3 goals with the national team. So you want your players peaking at the right time. She's peaking at the perfect time. And we've got other players doing that as well. Katie O'Kane getting called into the youth national team. Ella Haas getting called in. Like, this just creates confidence and for those players and just propels them into this last push of the season. So I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for them and what it'll bring to our environment.
You guys are in control of your destiny, but the Courage could have something to say about that too, depending on what happens with you guys Sunday. If they lose or draw to Gotham, that would let you guys in. Is that in the back of your mind as well, or is this, are you going into this game not thinking about anybody else but yourselves and Bay?
Who's the Courage?
The Courage? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my answer.
Okay.
It feels like this team has really clarified its identity this season. If you agree, what factors do you think contributed to that? And if not, what has made this season feel so different?
Yeah, I think this team is bought into who we are. We took a lot of time in the preseason building, the structure of who we wanted to be this season. We didn't want to only be, like, for ourselves, see that person. We wanted people to watch our games and be the team that we also saw ourselves as. And I think everyone here is bought into that. Everyone is bought into, it might not be your best style of play, doing this type of play, but we know that that's what makes us successful. And I think when you have a team that is that unified and together in a common goal, you get product like we've put on the field this year. So, yeah, I think we're bought into who we are.
Sell this game to the fans. How important is it to have them in the seats?
Why would you not want to be there to make history? Be there to say that you were at Lynn Family Stadium when racing makes history. Like, that's iconic, and I think everyone should want to be there.